Testing, testing. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our last Pathways virtual support session. I, again, am your Pathways guide, Lindsay Hayes. Happy to share with you today a little bit about what I would like you to take away as final points so that when your club members come to you with questions, you can definitely go back and feel a little bit more confident about where to go. So, just as an overview of what we've been sharing for the last 15 support sessions and what I've been sharing with you with your clubs, uh, everything you're going to need to get to for the Pathways program is found on Toastmasters.org. Now, it's a big change. We're no longer using the manuals. That's a understood fact, and we do have 2 years to get used to the fact that the manuals will be going away and we'll be going solely to the Pathways program. So first thing, before you do anything, make sure you're able to log into Toastmasters.org. If you're unable to do so, follow the instructions on login. Once you're there, go to Pathways, and you can select from many of these options right here. Right now, I'm going to go to access my path through Basecamp. And Basecamp is the online hub of where you're going to find all of your information. If you want to, you can still choose to take your path through the paper version. It does cost a little bit more, but that is entirely your choice. For me, I'm going to log into Basecamp, again, the online version, as a member right now. I can log in as a Yap and Yope member, or I can log in as a guide. If you are a president, vice president of education, or secretary, you will also see an option to log in as Basecamp manager. I no longer have this because we have started a new Toastmasters year and I am no longer president. I'm going to go ahead and log in as a member, like I said, which is going to take me to my education transcript, my speech evaluations, navigating Basecamp, and more. If you're searching for something specific, use the search bar up top. It'll be a little bit easier for you to define what you're looking for, and maybe a little bit easier for you to sort through the things that are and are not important. If you're looking for someone in your club, you can type in their name. I'm just going to type in Jen Hovland, and I can see she's a member of my club. I can go in, I can check her out, I can give her feedback, I can award badges. That's all available right when I log into her. But if I want to go back to myself, go back to home and just click on the home tab. So now I'm under myself again, not under Jen. When I'm here, the navigating Basecamp is going to be your first and foremost place to find any of your training resources for Basecamp. So the feedback and recognition, completing a level, the mentor program, all of that's in here along with many frequently asked questions. So I'm going to go back to my home. Always go back to the home page if you're not ready to know where you're going. If you haven't been in here enough, just go back to the home. Your education transcript will be here, and that's where you will find your actual, what you're working on in Pathways. So if you are working on a specific project, you're going to have your evaluation resources along with other resources available for you right here. And I can find all of that under here. We've gone through how to get rid of it. If you mark it as complete, it's going to remove itself from your education transcript. If you want to keep it in there, but you want to archive it, you can also do that as well. I'm going to go back to my home again. My feedback is going to be important. That's where people can provide feedback. Badges are the badges that have been awarded to me. The speech evaluations, these are going to be all of your resources. So when you give a speech in your club, provide this resource to your evaluator. That way you can get that evaluation, that positive and constructive feedback in the better format, in the more apt 3-page form that we've been talking about. So back to my home page, that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing on my entire home page. The education transcript here is going to be the same as your education transcript here. It's just a little bit easier. If I don't want to go into this, I can quick go launch on any one of these and it will be available for me right away. The tutorials and resources, much like your navigating Basecamp tab there, it's going to go through all of the tutorials and resources available for you through your paths and in your projects and on those descriptions. So you can see it's all available right here. It's also available in several other languages. If you have members that are not English as a primary language, if you have ESL speakers, direct them here. It may make more sense to them to have it in their native language. If you have someone, for instance, that speaks Chinese, give them that resource. It's going to be the exact same resource, just a different language than the English language. So you can use that. Obviously, we have different types here. We have online class and we have materials. Materials are items that you can print out. They'll be in PDF versions. So I'm going to go back to the home page. And again, if you click on this Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience, it takes you back to the home page as well. The checking the compatibility would be if you have issues where things aren't popping up appropriately and you're not able to see your information, check the compatibility. And maybe that you have an outdated browser, and maybe that you need to allow pop-ups. This is going to be a very simple tool to make sure that if you're not able to see the resources, that you can see the resources. Finally, I just want to leave everyone with, I'm always here to help. I'm not done just because we're done with our virtual support sessions. I'm happy to provide additional trainings, and I am not leaving Toastmasters anytime soon. So I really do hope that you'll reach out to me if there is a question that I feel would be appropriate for the clubs in general. I'm going to go ahead and just send that information out. If I feel it's something that we hadn't covered in these sessions, I'm going to send that out as well. I will also be providing this group with all of the recorded sessions that we've done up to this point with links to those. That way you can always go back and reference. And if you have any questions on what we referenced in that time, please feel free, reach out to me, send me an email, send me a text message. I'll be happy to respond to that. Thank you so much for all of the time that you've done this and for what you do to support our clubs. If you have questions, I can't stress this enough. Do not be afraid to ask. Have a great day.